trying to catch a boat to go to Kampong Ayer. I think some boat came. We have now made it to Kampong Ayer, which is also known as the water village. Here this entire village is standing on stilts.
Kampong Ayer in Malay means, Kampong means village and Ayer means water. So this is the water village of Brunei. This is actually how Brunei looked during the British times and even before that. This is exactly what the real Brunei looks like, and all of this that's developed afterwards is definitely more modern and things like that. But this village has been preserved exactly as it was back in probably the early 1900s. So this village, they say, is very self-sustaining.
In this village, they have their own school, post office, and everything which is required for a city.
Apparently, they rely mostly on fishing for produce. So they literally make their own food, and everything from start to end, people can just survive on by living here in this village. And they also said that there's a brand new village that is being built within this. So we are excited to see all of this today and take you along.
It's so cool that they even have names for the roads here.
Oh, by the way, we just paid $1 to come from the port to Kampong Ayer. It was just a 2-minute boat ride. Oh look, they were playing Alguli Mani even here. And now we are going to go to the viewing tower. I think from here you can see the entire village of Kampong Ayer. Let's go.
So now we are at the top of the viewing tower in Kampong Ayer, and from here we can see all of the village. So you see all of these old houses. These are all the traditional old Kampong Ayer houses which have remained since the early years of probably the 20th century. However, the houses that you see here in the back, the 2-story houses with the newer looking walls, those were recently built. And this is because a lot of the old houses that you see here, the single-storied ones, they're built with very thin and flimsy materials, and even the wiring wasn't always done in the best way. So many of these houses caught fire and then they were burning down into the water. So the king then decided to have new houses built, and that's how all of these came up in the back. And today many of these residents who live in these smaller houses have begun to move into the bigger ones. So these houses you see here, these are the remains of what used to be the old type of house, but it broke down or caught fire, and these are the remains. And these people were then eventually moved to the back to there. And you can see there's a mosque there. That's the Kampong Ayer mosque. It's fully functional. People go to prayer there every day. And that over there is the big bridge, the suspension bridge. Also, another thing is people here don't have road access, so they all have boats. People use these boats for their daily commute back to Bandar, and also to move around in the village, especially if they have heavy things to carry, etc. Otherwise, they can still use these walkways where they can either ride a bicycle or maybe just take a walk. And here, that's what we are doing today. We're just walking around.
Can you spot Navneeth? He's there. And this is the tourist gallery. They have all the information related to Kampong Ayer village, the tradition here, their culture, how this village was developed. It's coming down there. These are all the old houses. And look, this is the broken down house. You can still see the pink and yellow sheets of the houses.
As you can see, somebody is growing a little garden here.
They have a gym also on this village. So cool.
Terima kasih. Look, an abandoned house. Do you want to move in there? Shishira. But there's no bridge. How will you
Why
make?
don't you lie down like this and I'll walk all the way.
Okay.
Wow, it's so colorful here. So now we have made it to Pottery House.
So a local man here, he picked up all the trash from the water underneath the house, and then he painted all of that in vibrant colors, and this entire house is now such a colorful rainbow here in the middle of all of these old and withered off colors of walls that it looks very beautiful. It's become quite the sensation here apparently. Yes, there's a little cat. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a clever way to attract the tourists who are coming here.
This is Kampong Ayer's police station.
There, kitty, kitty, kitty. She wants to push you.
A normal house on Kampong Ayer. It has a garden in front and it's on stilts and it looks so beautiful. It feels like it's a wooden cottage house, doesn't it?
Hello, villager. See, this is their freshwater system. Water goes like this into the house.
All the new houses are here and they have concrete footpaths instead of these wooden ones. Back to the pottery house.
So they just told us they've been living here for 50 years on this beautiful house on stilts.
We decided to get on this boat, which would take us from Kampong Ayer to the other side to the city center for just $1. There were two other locals with us on the boat, and as we left the jetty, the boat started going so fast I could barely balance. My hair was flying everywhere. I felt like as I was rafting, it was so cold, and then the weather was cloudy and windy. It made it even more fun. The boat started going into the village again.
Like a taxi service. Bye bye boat.
Hard to believe that nearly 25,000 families used to live there, and now I think it's a lot lesser, but we did see a supermarket on fire from far away, so it's
Very
really
sad.
crazy. It's still happening. Things catch fire and then wow. Anyway, now we're back to town and we're going to find the bus again to head back to our room.
Apparently all the buses end their service at 5 o'clock in the evening, and now it's only 4:30. At 4:30 one bus is supposed to come to the stop and it is supposed to take us to the hotel. Let's see if we are on time.
Yeah, otherwise the last bus we can take is at 5 and it goes in the vicinity. That's like literally the last bus in the city. So this is one thing you have to keep in mind if you explore Brunei.
Public transport is really
Not-
difficult. It's very rare and the buses are rarely on schedule.
Yeah, and,
So you
and
need
the
to
other
plan
thing,
your travel accordingly or just hire a taxi, which will be of course expensive, but
yeah, it's more reliable that way. And there is an app called Dart which you can use to book taxis. We haven't tried because we haven't had the need to so far. But also people say that it's not very reliable. It's better to just book with your hotel or hostel and then use that.
I can spot our bus at the signal. Gadong.
Thank you. Okay, now we're back to the room and it's 5 p.m. We're gonna get some rest and maybe just step out to have some dinner later, but we might not vlog it because we're so exhausted from the exploring of all day long. And well, we just wanted to say thank you for coming along with us.
And let us know in the comments below which was your favorite part of today's adventure.
Yeah.
And we'll see you day after. Bye. Yeah, come along. Oh,
Shishira do pigeon face. Chubby cat.
$14 only, right? going inside the box again.